Good morning. Welcome back to the Van Build series. Yesterday we put in this cabinetry for the stationery part of the kitchen. I was going to start on the moving part of the kitchen, but I had a thought last night that if the kitchen comes out to here, it's going to be difficult for me to fix this thing up. So in the first couple of episodes when I put the insulation in, it's pushing down on the board on this side because there's not much structure. The closest nails, screws are over there. So I am actually going to fix this up today, finally, and then we can put in some lights, which will be nice to have. That's right. The first thing, before I get started on that, I need to wire up the ventilation fan and put a wire run for the lights that I'm putting in on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before I close that this little gap here off. That way I don't have to push it through, which is really difficult. So I did go up to the hardware store this morning and I got some wood for the trimming around. So hopefully we can get that all done today. I'm not too sure if I will, because there's a lot of measuring that needs to go on, but hopefully we can get it done. Just with the vent cutout that I've done, I can't seem to put it back on, so I'm going to cut a little bit more off it. In order to do that, I have actually bought a new flange, I think that's what they're called, just to cover any of the uneven parts. It should also cover the cracks in the paint, and I have measured it. The vent base will fit on this. Last time when I tried to cut up into the ceiling ply, I had some issues because it's not attached to anything solid. It keeps moving like this when you place the blade on it. So I'm not going to use the jigsaw this time. I don't have an angle grinder that I can use a precise blade on. So what I'm going to do is to use the circle cutters. I don't have one that's that big, but I'm hoping the trick that we use for the grey water tank will work in a similar way, in that if we do series of cuts, it should give a round edge. No, that doesn't seem to be working. I'm just gonna get the jigsaw. Hopefully the finer blade, like the metal blade, won't leave as much cracks in it. A little messy, but it did work. So I've noticed something with the cut that I just made with the jigsaw. Putting the painter's tape on has given it a really clean cut, rather than when I didn't have it on here, where it's chipped the plywood. So just a tip when you're cutting the plywood, if you don't want chips in it, you can just put the masking tape on. So it's actually covering the hole without the additional bit. So I think I might just leave it on without adding that in. I've almost completed the cable run. It's taken me about an hour and a half, so it did take a while. Most of it was actually just putting electrical tape all the way through, so they're not single pieces. But I have running from here down all the way to here, where the switch panels are going to be. I did run out of cable, so I'm going to need to go get some more. But that run is in, so I can start covering it up now. So with this, what do you call it? Sagging of the wall, my plan is to just use a piece of wood to hold it up like that, but because it's got a curve, I need to cut the wood in a curve. So once I have that piece of wood up, then I will cover it with a flat piece like this. So I've just noticed something while I was holding this up to get measurements. There's only really 2 or 3 places between this halfway point in here where it's sagging. So if I put screws going this way to hold that and that in place, it pretty much gives it a rounded edge. I'm still going to put the framing on it just to make it look neat, but I think to hold it up, I'm going to put the screws in, and that should prop it up. Okay, so those screws seem to have held up that that contour and nulled the sagging. As I said, I'm still going to put the covering on it, but I've closed the door here because there's this rear brake light. I just need to make sure that the wood can actually fit between it. It can. And I also need to take measurements. That seems to be lower on this side. I'll drill into that. Okay, so I have made this cut. It's not anyway, it's not curved like the roof is. It's just straight lines. But so long as it's close enough, I can put a what do you call it? Trimming? No. I don't know what they're called, but I can put something over it. I think that's close enough. It's bigger on this side than it is on this side, but I think it should be fine. Actually, I think I will contour it, just to save me putting wood on wood on wood. So yeah, I might just do the two pieces. Yeah, so I've sanded it back. That tiny little gap up the top, I can just use like gap filler for that. So I'll make the base for it and we'll attach it on. Okay, so for the meantime, I have just secured it on with some brackets just behind. So on the other side, I don't know if I want to do this part just yet. I might. Let me think about it. Okay, there's a bit of a gap on the far ends. I might just have to find another way to cover it. I don't want to get another piece of wood like this just to cut it flush. Yeah, I'll just stick something over it. Actually, the cabinetry is going to be there anyway, so that should hide it actually. Okay, let's hope the door closes. Yeah, plenty of space. I've pretty much finished with the framing here. I'll just show you how I assembled it. So there is a bracket there and a bracket on the other side, and there's two screws here and here attached to the frame. These screws here is just joining this piece of wood with the one at the back. So it can't support a huge amount of weight. I still haven't decided if I'm going to make this a door and use it as a compartment. I probably will, but I don't think there's going to be a lot that I'm going to store in here anyway. Yeah, it's not an overly huge amount, maybe just some tiny knickknacks. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I just closed the door because it's a bit hot. It is windy as well, but it's still very hot. When I've screwed that in, one of the vinyl planks have come off, but I'm not worried about that because I'm going to be drilling in there anyway. So I might add this side on. The other side is a bit more tricky because it's got this weird lip on the corner there. I also need to cover this panel here, and I intend to put a piece of wood here and mount it onto the frame. That way I can put some shelving on there and it'll support the weight. So let's get started on this side. I don't think it'll take too long, to be honest. So the wood that I've got for the lighting frame and to hide the cables and join the two pieces together, the roof and the wall, is this here. So this is a right angled, it's being cut into a right angle. So there's space here and here. This is actually meant to go over wood to conceal joins, like that. But I'm going to use it as a light director. Is that what you call it? I don't know. To block the underside of light going out. So I want it to go up on the roof and not down into the cabin. That's specifically for the lights that go around the cabin. The ones that are going to be in the bed and the kitchen, they're going to be directional towards the bed and the kitchen. But this one here, I want it to give like a ambient lighting rather than direct. So in order to do that, I think it's probably best if I paint it first before mounting it, just because I won't be able to get to the inside of it once it's mounted up. So I'm going to see which kinds of paint I still have left. I know I've still got quite a bit of the metallic spray paint, because I hardly used any of that at all, and that would be suitable for a treated surface like this paint. But I do also have some of the ceiling paint. Depending on how much I have, I might save that for the structures that I've just put in, this one and the cabinet. So let me just have a look and see what I got. Yeah, so there's not really enough for this wood as well as the other ones. I'm not even sure if there's enough for the other ones, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with the spray paint. It should be fine. It's going to be hidden anyway. It's mostly just to direct the light, bounce the light. It is really windy, so I am going to be hiding in a corner here to paint. I think it takes about 15 minutes to dry. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm probably going to have to do a couple of layers of it, but while I'm waiting for it to dry, I might measure up the side panel, because the wood that I got is a lot bigger than the height of the van. I just cleaned up some of the cabling that was in the car. This is for the rear view reverse mirror, reverse camera. So I was supposed to do it a while ago, but I will put this under here once I have the mountings for this bit here. So I was having a look at this. I was having a look at this wall panel that I'm gonna put here, but when I put a flat piece of wood against it, there's quite a bit of space, and it's actually going to be more when there's a big piece of wood there. So I might, no, I'm still gonna need to put cabinetry there, aren't I? I might leave that for the moment, because I still need to scope out some stuff with the bed. Yeah, let's leave that for now, and we'll continue on with the lights. Oh, I had a thought about what I'm gonna put in there. I think I'll put the mosquito net in there. It looks like it'll fit. I've just applied another coat of paint on the light fixtures. While that's drying, I might start on the trimming for this side of the door. So I did get it last time when we did the back door. I just didn't finish flooring it at that stage, and it's just something I forgot about. So I'll do that now. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'm gonna hold off on the trimming for that. My uncle suggested a bendable version of that. I did actually try and have a look for that in the store, but the guy said that there wasn't anything like that. So I'm just gonna get some more info from my uncle. For now, we will continue on with that stuff. I don't think I have too much time left in the day. The sun looks like it's about to set, but this is going to go like that. It's still showing some of the roof because it bends. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to bend. It does, but not enough. It does, but not enough. I might have to do it this way. It's a shame. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do it this way. Unfortunately, because I wanted it beaming out on the curve. Actually, it might be close enough. Yeah, I think it might be close enough, so I'm gonna give it a try. The battery on my camera died, so I didn't get a chance to show you what was going on. Basically, I have put up the skirtings, and I painted them as well. Not just the skirtings, the new cabinet where the mosquito net's going to go, and also the front cabinet as well. It has, since I did that first, it has actually dried. So I think I'm going to put the lights in now, even though the sun's gone down. That way we can start fresh tomorrow with the kitchen. So I just measured the width around it. It doesn't actually fit all the way. I might just level it out to like around here. Yeah, I don't think it's a huge deal. I'm not going to buy another one just for a couple of 10 or so centimeters. So this is how I'm gonna have the lights. So it almost goes to the edge, but there's about 10 centimeters or so on each side where it doesn't go in. I haven't peeled off the sticker to stick it on the wall just yet. I just wanted to double check with the length that it was close to even on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off and stick it on permanently, but I know I mentioned it in a previous episode, but I'll just go through it again. So these lights are USB. They're USB powered, and they change colors as well. So yeah, they do other fancy stuff, but I'm not gonna need that. Yeah, so so I'll have these lights as the ambient, and the other lights that the previous owner had in here, I will reuse them for the bedding in the kitchen. Yeah, so let's go ahead and stick this on. Okay, now that the lights are up, I'm gonna take this opportunity to, since it's dark, to check and see if there's any light leakage. I have actually just checked and there is. It's very slight, but there still is. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is a tiny sliver in there. You can also kind of see it here as well. So I will fix that up with additional carpeting. I might just put flats over it, just to double it over. If worst comes to worst, I can put curtains on the other side, but I think it should be fine with just a little bit more carpet. Okay, I think we are done for the day. I'm glad we did get this finished. It was quite a big task because there was so much measuring going on, and I also did not know how that structure at the back would turn out. So I'm glad it has worked out, and we can get on with it. Cool. So tomorrow we will finish off this lighting. Yeah, let's finish off this lighting and we can connect it up to the electrical box. I'll connect the fan up to electrical as well, and the water. So at least we'll have lights, water and air. And then we will go to the hardware store and get some more wood. I also need to close this box in, just so that when I store things in there, it doesn't fall out. Also, when I have the kitchen open, you're not seeing this. It does look messy. So we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, so all in all, it's been a productive day. Not what I thought I would be doing today, but I'm glad it's done. Because light is pretty essential. Yeah, so once again, thanks for joining